From First Alert 4, this is a breaking news alert.
What happened?
Breaking news shocking the nation tonight as a gunman fired shots at former President Donald Trump during a rally in Pennsylvania. One attendee killed, 2 others injured, and the shooter is dead tonight. The former president is safe, but says a bullet hit his ear. We know this is being investigated as an assassination attempt. And now things move to who is the gunman and how did this happen? Here are the latest details we know tonight. At this point, the Secret Service and FBI are investigating, sources say. Law enforcement sources say the suspect was shooting with an AR-style rifle from 200 to 300 feet away. And former President Donald Trump says he plans to go to all of his political events, including the Republican National Convention, which begins Monday in Milwaukee. CBS Lauren Linder is in Butler, Pennsylvania, with the latest on this national breaking news story.
Take a look at what happened.
Secret Service agents rushed former President Donald Trump off stage after shots were fired, moments after he began speaking at a Saturday evening rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. The Secret Service says a man attending the rally was killed. A doctor standing nearby tried to help him, performing CPR.
The guy had spun around and was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here.
Trump raised his fist as he left the stage. On his Truth Social site, the former president said he was shot by a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin, he wrote. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening.
I just hear these 4 shots and everybody's screaming drop, and you can see the blood like splatter on his face, and the Secret Service just barricades him.
The Secret Service says the gunman was outside the cordoned-off area of the rally, standing on an elevated structure, and that he was shot and killed by a member of the agency's counter-assault team. A large number of Secret Service agents is in Milwaukee right now ahead of the convention. They're trying to piece together what happened here in Butler. President Biden spoke a couple hours after the shooting.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this.
This was Trump's last rally ahead of next week's Republican convention in Milwaukee. He was taken away in a motorcade and again held up his fist as he got into his SUV. Lauren Linder, CBS News, Butler County, Pennsylvania.
Here at home, we're getting reaction to this assassination attempt. Our Kimberly Donahue joining me now, speaking to leaders in our area. Kimberly, what are you hearing tonight?
Well, Melanie, we talked with people across all different age groups and political affiliations. Some were calling past assassinations and attempts, all shocked and disheartened by what happened tonight.
The assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump causing time to stand still.
We were actually shopping.
We were just sitting here having dinner.
I just came from work.
Amid a warm Saturday evening, Missourians stunned an event like this could happen in the United States today.
It's a terrible situation, just horrible. I don't care what party or independent, political violence is to be condemned at every level.
It's scary to think that stuff like that can still happen. It's scary to think that someone would be that passionate to feel that they need to do something like that to anybody. I mean, he's still, regardless of what you think of him, he's still a human being. He still has a family. He still has people that care about him, and to take that drastic of an action is just, it's awful.
Local party leaders condemning the violence.
We all need to get along. This is a world we live in. We have children, grandchildren we have to raise. We have to be safe. We need to get along.
We shouldn't have this type of thing happen in the process. So I think it's a horrible event, and it has no place in our American politics.
In the midst of a contentious election cycle, many say they're worried about what's to come in the future.
It's scary. I think that says a lot about what is to come in this country. Hopefully nothing bad, but it's looking that way.
I'm worried now that somebody in retaliation will go after a Democrat.
As the search for answers to the incident continues, people we spoke with hope Americans across the political spectrum can come together and move forward.
I definitely hope that we can come together after this. It's a very contentious time, and we could use a little unification.
We're all upset about this. Most of us don't want this. This is not a way to live.
Now, Renee Artman was already planning to head to Milwaukee tomorrow to go to the convention this week, and she still plans on going, Melanie.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, for that report. And we are hearing from our lawmakers tonight. Senator Josh Hawley tweeting this tonight: pray for President Trump and for justice. And Senator Eric Schmidt also taking to social media, tweeting this: please join me in praying for President Trump and everyone at that rally, hoping and praying everyone is okay. And over in Illinois, Senator Dick Durbin also coming out with a statement tonight saying, in part, political violence is never acceptable. I'm keeping the former president, the bystander who was tragically killed, and all who were injured or whose safety was threatened in my thoughts, sending my deepest thanks to law enforcement for helping keep those in attendance safe. This is a national breaking news story. First Alert 4 will continue to follow, getting the latest updates and developments on air and online. Back here tonight at home, we are seeing a lot of heat advisories coming our way, too.
Heat advisories and a lot of humidity. The air quality is an issue as well. So we've got a lot going on. Let's give you a quick look at what's happening right now, what you can expect for the next few hours. We do have a heat advisory that runs from tomorrow afternoon through Monday evening for the entire viewing area. Right now, it's still 84 degrees, and it is muggy out there. Feels like 88 with a dew point close to 70. The high today was only 91. We got a little bit of a break in that regard. Southwest winds, though, for the most part, south-southwest right now at 8 miles per hour, continue to conveyor belt the heat from the south into our area. Temperatures tomorrow morning expected to be in the mid-70s and are mainly clear skies, mild temperatures, but very muggy, obviously, and a high tomorrow of 99 with the heat index of 107. And that's not the worst of it. It's going to get just as bad or maybe even worse on Monday. So we've got the dry but very muggy conditions overnight. We've got a heat advisory tomorrow and Monday. First alert weather days, of course. Tuesday is as well. We have 3 in a row on the first alert weather days. But we do have a heat breaker that's coming. It's on the way, and we'll talk about that. I'll show you the super predictor, and we'll have your 7-day outlook coming up.
A lot of First Alert 4 weather days to look forward to. Thank you, Kent. Coming up, remembering and honoring a life tonight. A local community laying a firefighter to rest. You're watching First Alert 4 here at 10. Here's a live look downtown. We'll be right back.
The idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it.
President Biden addressing the shooting at today's rally for former President Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. In a statement on social media, Trump says a bullet hit his ear. One attendee is dead, 2 others critically injured. The gunman is also dead tonight. This is now being investigated as an assassination attempt, and you can find complete coverage at FirstAlert4.com. Here at home, an emotional day in Franklin County as the community remembered a longtime Union, Missouri, and Boone County firefighter, Matt Tobin. Tobin died Monday when his boat capsized during a water rescue. Today, he was laid to rest. His casket drove down Route 50 in Franklin County and ended at East Central College for a celebration of life, family, and friends. Sent love, prayers, and thanks to Matt's wife, Jackie, and their 2 sons, celebrating a man who saved people until his last breath.
The type of person that would do anything for anyone and would never ask for anything in return.
She had a best friend, a heart-beating, fine-treating, breathtaking, earthquaking husband. And to put the cherry on top, Matt was her hero.
Also today, Missouri Governor Mike Parson ordered U.S. and Missouri flags to be lowered to half-staff in honor for Matthew Tobin. A highly anticipated addition, now a reality, the grand opening of the Del Mar Makers Market. That's coming up next after the break.
And the heat continues across our area. In fact, tomorrow is a First Alert weather day. So is Monday. So is Tuesday. We could see some heat index readings over 105 degrees. I'll tell you what to expect in your 7-day outlook.
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with.
When we heard this go off, we thought it was firecrackers at first, and then somebody hollered everybody to the ground.
There were probably 4 or 5 shots.
Witnesses describing the moment shots rang out at a rally for former President Donald Trump earlier today in Pennsylvania. The incident now being investigated as an assassination attempt. Trump says a bullet hit him in the ear, but he is doing okay. One attendee is dead, as well as the suspected shooter tonight. You can follow all the latest developments on FirstAlert4.com. Here in St. Louis, one of the most anticipated developments in St. Louis City opened today, the Del Mar Makers District. Right at Del Mar and Union, several St. Louis restaurants are now under one roof. Steve's Hot Dogs, The Fountain on Del Mar, and Alpha Brewing Company Distillery are all a part of the new venture. The spot used to be a car wash. The grand opening ceremony happened all day long, and if you missed it, the businesses are now open for business daily. A St. Louis star getting her own star here in St. Louis. Kinloch native and Webster University alum Jennifer Lewis got a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame today.
Which star means the most? This one today or the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Well, one made me, and the other one is telling me I made it. It is equal.
A living legend right there. A big celebration today in the Del Mar Loop. You may know Lewis from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where she played Aunt Helen. She also played Tina Turner's mom in the singer's biopic and was in all 8 seasons of the TV hit show Blackish. Today, Lewis's star was unveiled across from the Moonrise Hotel.
All right, well, let's talk heat. Plenty of it. Again, a heat advisory tomorrow afternoon goes into effect tomorrow afternoon, and it remains in effect until Monday evening. Now, that's the heat advisory. Temperatures dip a little bit after that, but we still think it's pretty dangerous. So we've got a first alert weather day Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So downtown right now, 84 degrees in St. Louis, Chesterfield 78, Rolla 76, 79 in Alton, Sparta at 81, Litchfield 77 degrees. Everybody reporting clear skies. No rain anticipated tonight. No rain anticipated tomorrow either. Maybe a couple of clouds. And I'd just like to add this in. We've still got some minor flooding along the Mississippi and the Illinois. And some of the local rivers as well. If you want more details and numbers on that, we have them at KMOD.com, or, of course, always at the First Alert Weather app. You can get more information as well. Temperatures in the 70s to start off your Sunday at 7 a.m. will be under mainly clear skies. Quite muggy. Boy, that dew point is way up there in the low 70s. It is going to be very humid for a few days. The normal low is 71. The record low is 52. Some of the outlying areas may get into the low to mid 70s, but you'll be around 77 degrees, obviously, in the metro area. And a hot day tomorrow, 99 degrees. Remember, we're under a heat advisory, under sunny skies, southwest winds at 8 to 12 miles per hour, so there's at least a little bit of a breeze. The heat index probably near 107 tomorrow. 105 is the criteria for the heat advisory. So what's it going to take to break this heat? What's going to break up this pattern? Well, by Tuesday night into early Wednesday, I expect a cold front to be in the area. So here's the super predictor at 5 a.m. Wednesday. We can see some rain already showing up. We could have some late Tuesday, but the front gets here on Wednesday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms appear to be a pretty good bet for Wednesday. And once that pushes through, that's going to knock the temperature down, and it's going to keep it down for a while, too, as we get into next week. So we have some pretty nice weather to look forward to, but we got to get over this heat first. Healthy air for sensitive groups tomorrow, an orange air quality day. The chronically ill, anybody with respiratory ailments, you know the people that would suffer from this, so watch your outdoor exposure. It's right in the middle of the scale, but it's when we start worrying about our air quality once it gets to orange. We used to call them ozone action days. So 107 for the heat index on tomorrow with a high of 99 degrees. Good luck, Cardinals. 100 degrees on Monday, heat index 108. And like I said earlier, temperature goes down with the approach of the front. It's still going to be very humid, so your heat index is still going to be maybe 106. So it's still close to heat advisory, and we may see that heat advisory extended into Tuesday as well. But then it looks like showers and thunderstorms are a pretty good bet on Wednesday, a 50% chance. And look at that. Sunshine and low 80s on Thursday and Friday, mid 80s by Saturday of next week. More First Alert 4 coming your way after the break.
Live. This is Sports on 4.
Cards won game one of the doubleheader, big time. Game two, trying to do it again, take a 2-1 lead in the series. Kyle Gibson getting the start in this one. Picking them up, bottom first, Wynn leading off, and then Wynn showing why. That is very gone. Deep left field to make it 1-0 Cards early. Then 2 batters later, the guys at the top of this order are on fire. Contreras with the solo shot of his own. It takes a little swim. Has been raining a lot lately. Make it 2-0 Cards. The lead didn't last long. It's 3-2 Cubs now. Bases loaded for Seiya Suzuki, and he gets a base hit that gets into left to make it 4-2 Cubs. Then bottom second, once again, top of that lineup, doing well. 2 on, 1 out for Burley. Golfs one to center field. It's caught, but the run will still come in to score. Made it 4-3 Cubs. Top fourth, Gibson in trouble. 1 out, bases loaded by Morrell. Hits into a double play in 4, 10 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Gibby's hype. He knows that was big. Bottom 6, Marmol comes out to argue balls and strikes. Can't do that. He'd get tossed. The game would go on, though. Bottom 8, 2-1 for Arenado, and this was huge. Base hit right up the gut will bring in both runners. RBI double for Nato to make it 5-4 Cards. Helsley comes on and ends it. Cards come back to win it, 5-4.
I love seeing it. Those guys, I mean, we've talked about it quite a bit, but those guys contribute to the degree they did today. They took some really good at-bats, man. Goldie's ball down the left field line, Nato being able to stay on that through the middle of the field, and then just the emotion that each showed when that happened, man. The Goldie scoring there, Nato at second, you can just tell there's a fire to them.
Now, that was game 2 of the doubleheader. First game was the scheduled 9, but the only inning that mattered was the first one. Cards putting up 9 runs in the first inning. That's the most for them in a regular season first inning since 2005. Let's head to the pitch now. City SC hosting Vancouver, second time in 2 weeks. Picking up 9th minute after a terrible City giveaway. Brian White scores pretty easily, actually. Made it 1-0 Vancouver. 27th minute, this was nice. Totland with a nice pass to the box. Newfie misses the first one and then sinks the second one. That will tie this one at 1. 44th minute, Vancouver nice pass on their own. Laborda, great pass. Berkey saves the header, but he can't save the rebound. That was actually White again. Made it 2-1 Vancouver. 63rd minute, it's an absolute mess in front of the net. Eventually, Raposo scores. 3-1 Whitecaps. Whitecaps tacked on another for good measure. They beat City 4-1. Coming up in the nightcap, I was just in there listening to John Hackworth, and Niels will say he's frustrated. Hear from him coming up in the nightcap.
Thank you so much, Brian. Looking forward to it. That's the news at 10 from all of us at First Alert 4. Have a great evening. Keep it here on 4. The nightcap on 4 is just minutes away. Have a great night and a better tomorrow.